Well, we've had two very contrasting games here on stage 2 so far today. Bradley Brooks was far too strong for Martin Lunkman in our opening encounter. We have just seen Andrew Gilding survive 9 match darts from the local man Dom Taylor to go and win that match 6-5. And now we have got shaggy Scott Williams against the diamond Ian White. Now, unfortunately for Scott Williams, the dreaded D word has been following him about for the past month. He was struggling with a few issues with dartitis, with his technique in the last batch of Players' Championship events. He played on the non-commentary stream against Ryan Joyce, and some of those clips did circulate. Now, he has denied that it is a serious problem, and it will be very interesting to see how he performs here. He looks in good spirits with his brand new walk-on from the film K-pop Demon Hunters, one of your favourites, I know, Paul Nicholson. And he's going up against Ian White, the man with the dab. 2015 really wants its meme back. And I'll tell you something, Ian White wouldn't mind going back to 2015 in terms of form.
First leg,
when he was one of the strongest players in the world. He does have a pretty good record here. A couple of quarterfinals and a semi-final in the Players' Championship finals. He goes up against shaggy Scott Williams today, who, Nico, we've got to touch on first, really, about the issues that Scott Williams has had. We really do hope that the worst of them are behind him, because when fit, when firing, he's a proper showman and one of the most watchable players on Planet Darts.
He's got one of the best techniques in the sport. And the last thing we want to see for such a maverick is a technique like that, scuppered by that dreaded D word. But the early signs in this game, he looked smooth. He definitely looked confident after walking onto the song that you've just mentioned, which I don't know a great deal about.
140.
But it does look good, doesn't it?
It does, and I'm very happy about that. Very happy to see Scott Williams throwing well. You have to be a confident fella to pull off those tight check trousers.
Not the tightest he's ever worn either. And not the brightest. Maybe he's saving the yellow ones for later in the tournament, if indeed he needs them. He'll be hoping he does. Now, Ian's technique hasn't changed a great deal over the course of his career, which has seen him at this tournament plenty of times. But it's tops for Williams.
100.
He will return for tens. Now, Ian is playing in his 13th Players' Championship finals, signifying just how long he's been around.
93. Scott, you're required 20.
Double 10 for Scott Williams, and a very comfortable hold of throw. He's thinking of busting.
12.
Or going for 2 and double 4.
Either would have been fine. But the benefit of leaving himself on double 4 as opposed to double 10 is that if he breaks it down, he's got 2 breakdowns instead of just the 1.
8 is the score left.
First leg, Scott Williams.
And that is what Scott Williams hits.
Game on.
Got quite a lot in his mind. I'm not talking about the previous subject, Dan. We're talking about what's coming up over Christmas time, where he's got a rather sizable chunk of ranking money to defend. That really doesn't feel like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was a fabulous run that Scott Williams had.
81.
Albeit it ended by being taken to the cleaners by Luke Humphreys, but that's nothing to be ashamed of, given he went and won the tournament, and he's was up until last weekend the world #1.
Could be again in about 6 to 7 weeks.
100.
This, of course, is the time of year where it's the best to be a darts fan. And this is almost the fish course, getting ready for the main course and the cherry on top come January the 3rd. It's getting really chilly outside, if you are watching from the UK, of course.
100.
So stay indoors and watch this.
I'm not sure any heat can escape his legs with how tight them trousers are. So Scott Williams is well set. Although we did remark on walking into the venue today that it was cold, but Really lovely sunny day by the Somerset coast.
Absolutely picture perfect day in Minehead.
Evening require 155.
Now, this would be something. We saw Andrew Gilding get very close to this in the previous match. This 125 that Williams has got left
44. Scott, you require
is a bit of a Maverick style finish, because this is the Rod Harrington route. And he almost replicates what Harrington did in the late 90s at the match play against Baxter. Or was it Manly? I was too busy focusing on what Rod did to see who he was up against. Oh, there's the 11.
Scott, you require 20.
And this time Williams is back for 10s.
Game show.
2-0 for Williams.
Scott Williams. Third leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
Played each other 3 times, and very much like our previous fixture on this board, it is 2-1, but it is to the man who comes into this tournament as the 23rd seed. Not bad for someone who's basically been spoken about recently about his technique and confidence. But he was a runner-up in Players' Championship 19 to James Wade.
81.
And that was a day where he beat Wessel Nyman, Bradley Brooks when he was playing really well, Willie O'Connor, Gezi Price in the first round. That's quite an impressive run from Williams on the 19th of June.
100.
So far, this assignment is looking fairly straightforward. Ian White, as mentioned, has had plenty of success in the Players' Championship finals.
60.
Last year could not be categorised as one of them. Beaten 6-0 by Mike de Decker, averaging 25 points less than the Belgian, and he's kind of playing around that same mark in the 70s. So Ian White very quickly needs to find something.
Williams is finding plenty there. He is going to leave a finish after his next visit. White should be as well. Tremendous, and when he was playing at his best around 2019, winning 3 European Tour events, White was doing that better than most on the planet.
60, and you require 56.
Change the complexion of this leg. Double top for Ian White.
Game show.
It's right in the heart of it.
Ian White.
A scratch of the head, which is understandable for Ian White, because he doesn't understand why he's playing so poorly.
That was a really good leg. And that will make you happy, but when you've played a good leg and 2 poor ones,
42.
you wonder what's going on. Ian comes into this game having qualified in the 42nd position. He, like Williams, has been a runner-up on the Pro Tour this year. Lost out to the aforementioned Gezi Price, but earlier in the season at Players' Championship 9. And he would back that up with a semi-final just 3 events later. But more recently,
100.
scratching around for results. Not picking up a great deal of runs here, there and everywhere, which used to be the norm.
30.
Few of his darts beginning to fly.
Whoa!
They flew, but they flew straight and true.
He loves the stage, doesn't he, Williams? I don't know if there's anybody in darts who loves playing on stage more than him. It's like he was born for it.
65. Scott, you require 81.
Sensible, 16 and tops.
61.
Strutting around stage 2. Why wouldn't he be? Very, very comfortable in this game.
If you were in his headspace right now,
100.
he's not thinking, am I going to hit this double 10? It's when.
Game show the 4th.
Point proven.
Scott Williams.
Precisely.
Fifth leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
There were many people who didn't criticise Williams when he first came to the Pro Tour. They said that maybe he was comfortable being a second-tier player because he was playing that much Challenge Tour. Played for his country in another system, as well as playing a lot on the Pro Tour and getting a victory as a non-tour card holder. But I think it's taken him a while to figure out himself as a card holder.
Has been open and honest in saying that sometimes he can struggle to get really motivated for the floor tournaments because he enjoys playing in front of people. He enjoys showing off. He is the showman Scott Williams. That's not a bad quality. But in order to get to the stage on a regular basis, you simply have to perform on the floor. Scott Williams threw that dart from Cardiff and it still went in treble 20. That is a good omen.
Yeah, it seems like there's a body of water between these two players on the stage as well. And after hitting the max, Williams will be looking to get a 99 beside the seaside.
83.
Turns out the ice cream man's already been.
Ian White's got the demeanour of a man whose ice cream was pinched by a seagull.
42.
Which means he's livid.
Scotty requires 16.
Same height as double 10. And this height on the board is being butchered by Shaggy.
Sinclair gets Ian to throw first. Game on.
Winner of this game takes on either the 10th seed, Josh Rock, or Gabe Clemens. And I believe that Williams, if he's not in the same apartment as Josh Rock this weekend, I think they're neighbours. So that could be an interesting battle.
Yeah, they're both in the same management stable, both very close to each other. If you're ever in practice rooms in the Pro Tour or the European Tour, they're always sat together and practicing. So it's always an interesting dynamic when pals go up against one another. Ian White finds his second max of the match.
41.
But it's some feast and mainly famine for Ian White so far.
Definitely feels that way, doesn't it?
A lot of his darts are drifting into the 5.
There's no drifting here.
100.
All in a line. And only a dart behind. So any mistakes from Diamond, Williams will be there very quickly. There's another drift.
95.
So this leg is still in the balance.
Big score from Williams. Puts huge pressure on.
100. Ian, you're
adequate.
105.
Ian White will expect 2 visits. The way he's been throwing, he will probably need them. Or will he?
73. Scott, you require
There needs to be some way to
160.
take a 5-1 lead.
53.
He's going for the bullseye there to leave a 2-darter.
And you require 32.
He'll expect not to come back. Ian's not had many darts at double in this match.
28.
And he might not get any more in this leg if Williams has got anything to do with it. Now, he could go anywhere for this. Double 18.
89.
That was a very good chance after all.
Double 2. Nowhere near.
Game show the 6th.
Well, Ian White does register another leg,
Scott to throw first.
but he is clinging on to this one by his fingernails.
He's had 5 darts at a double in this match. I do beg your pardon, 7. But it's the conversion rate that is really worrying. Players who come into this tournament might have really good stats for the year, somewhere between 38 and 44%. You're hoping that you're at that higher end of it.
100.
But if you're around 25% on your doubles in a game like this, you got to think that you're in trouble.
$60.
Funny that you mentioned Mike De Decker, who beat White in the tournament last year. He's actually on the main stage right now playing against Cam Crabtree, who is sporting a very charitable moustache, much like our referee on the stage, who's massaging his inner Bruce Spendley here this afternoon, which I'm all for.
100.
Yep, good on you, Owen. It's a better moustache than most of us can grow.
That's a superb last dart. You've got to be a world-class player to be able to hit that shot. Now, what does Williams do with 80? Does it depend on what White leaves?
100. Scott, you require.
Does he go for tops, or does he go for singles? Singles. And the double. And a three-leg cushion it is, once again. He's enjoying this. But then again, so was Dom Taylor in the previous game when he was 4-1 up.
99.
Yep, it's a similar gap that Williams is enjoying. And at least he does have the benefit of knowing he's only got to win one more. And then his place in round 2 is secure.
Have you noticed that Scott has got a slightly different hair colour today as well?
97.
He's looking like the real Slim Shady today. That or he's been spending a lot of time on the beach.
180.
He believes that he's going to win this match in the next 5 or 6 darts. And there is nothing that White can do about it. I am flummoxed as to why he's gone 60s there on 305. He knows better than that.
60.
It is a ploy that more and more players are going towards these days, though. Numbers like 302, 305, 308. Very, very aggressively sticking to the treble 20.
85.
Here comes the pressure.
99. You only require 80.
White is at the point of no return. Take it out, or you are out.
Has to be 25 and bull. It's what he wanted. It's what he
30.
didn't get.
Scott, you require 82.
And then a touch of irony, it could be bull double 16. Or maybe not. Bullseye to win it. Oh, of course he pins it. What a finish for Scott Williams.